7:43. Now, can you believe they are celebrating 20 years since the release of their iconic debut album, One Touch? The Sugababes have announced a series of brand new remixes, which they've been dropping over the last month, and it is culminating the release of a special anniversary edition of the album, which is out now. I have a copy in my knit, vinyl and everything. Welcome to the show, two wonderful ladies. It's Mucha and Siobhan from Sugababes. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hi, Zoe. How you doing?
I'm really good. I can't believe this is 20 years ago. Where has the time gone? And when we think back, you guys how old are you? 15, 16 when this came out?
Yeah, exactly. So even younger recording it, but 15, 16 when it came out.
I mean, that's kind of madness in itself, isn't it? I mean, you were teenagers. Unbelievable. What are your memories like of 20 years ago? I mean, was it a bit of a whirlwind, Mucha?
Yeah, to be honest, I was saying yesterday that I just wished I appreciated it so much more. I mean, I cannot believe that 20 years on, we're still here, being able to be so current with it as well. I mean, I'm so proud of the album. Really, really proud of it.
Well, you should be. When you revisit it, Siobhan, and you listen back, I mean, it's such a brilliant album, and it catapulted you guys, one of the most successful girl groups of the 21st century. What are the memories like for you of making this album?
I mean, it was incredible. I mean, it was over about a year and a half that we made it with various different producers and some amazing studios in London, of which most have probably been turned into flats now. But back then, it was like Mayfair Studios in Primrose Hill and Matrix and Fulham. We were just living the dream, really. We were homeschooled, which kind of facilitated us being able to be in the studio until pretty late in the evenings, and kind of doing things that, most of our peers, weren't doing, traveling. We started doing international work really, really soon after releasing Overload. It was kind of bizarre, and it's probably taken 20 years to take it all in a sense, to appreciate just how young we were doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. With things like that, I think it's the memories, it goes so fast, and it's only, like you say, with a big amount of time that you can then stop and go, wow, we were kids and we took over the world. Amazing stuff. You released a great little clip of your first appearance on Top of the Pops. I love seeing On Top of the Pops because it really does immediately transport you back to that era. Do you remember it? Do you remember who else was on that show?
No, do you know what, Siobhan, do you remember anyone else? I mean, I just remember being on there so nervous, and you could see it in our faces, and I think that's where it kind of all came from, where we just looked very stern and nervous, but then it kind of carried on because we were just teenagers, and I feel like Top of the Pops. Oh my God! I'm
surprised I can't remember who was on it, because we used to go into everybody's dressing rooms and say hi. I remember that, but I can't remember specifically who we would have met.
Oh,
well, I guess
wish I did.
Yeah, if it was your first one, I suppose you were just thinking about that performance and this show that everyone's watched as kids. Suddenly, you're on it. Let's take everybody back 20 years here with the original from the album. It's Sugababes and Overload. We'll talk more. And then we have a super fan who's desperate to speak to you. Oh, Richie. Coming back with you. 7:47. Everybody going crackers for hearing this. Overload, Sugababes. It just transports you to where you were at that time. Stephen Gloucester. Gosh, I feel so old listening to Overload, but at the same time, so many fantastic memories of my early 20s, which the Sugababes provided the soundtrack to. Happy anniversary, girls, says Steve.
Thank
Lovely
you.
Steve. Isn't that wonderful to hear? Also, happy birthday to Keisha. It was Keisha's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to that gorgeous girl. Now, to
I'd say she's waking up with a sore head maybe today.
Oh, is she? Oh, yes.
Baby.
What was the tipple of choice, or did it just get a bit messy towards the end when it was anything?
Well, no, she was out with a few girlfriends last night, so we don't know how it went. But we haven't heard from her yet this morning, so I'd imagine she's still in bed.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, she's probably fast asleep, happily asleep. Do send her so much love from us all.
Will do.
One Touch, the 20th anniversary album reissue, is out now, but also you've got these limited edition tricolour vinyl and coloured vinyl. I mean, it's so saucy. But you've done some remixes with some of your favourite people. One with with Emanike. I'm thinking, how was it to work with Emanike? Because you guys must have been a huge influence on him.
He actually told us that years ago, didn't he, Mathieu? We worked with him about.
He was about 16, wasn't he?
I think he was younger when we first started working with him, Mathieu. But he like was into all of the like the same like 90s R&B that we love. All our references were the same. But he was super young, and I mean, he's a genius. So we've been lucky enough to work with him, and it's been an amazing collaboration. A collaboration partner for us, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Can I just say I absolutely love the Blood Orange remix, by the way, of Same Old Story as well. There's some real gems on there for everybody. There is a super fan waiting in the wings who has been desperate to speak to you. He's actually been talking to us all about the routine that you did on Top of the Pops on your first appearance. Richie Anderson, you're through to your favourites.
Oh,
yay!
Good morning, the Sugababes.
Oh,
good morning, Richie.
What's your question, Richie?
I've got a super fun question because I want to know about the Sugababes footwork. So, hypothetically, if all three Sugababes were invited to take part on Strictly Come Dancing, we'll include Keisha in this, so think of your waltzes, your rumbas, your Argentine tangos, who do you think would get the furthest?
Keisha.
Ooh. Yeah, she's quite competitive, isn't it?
She's quite competitive, but also I think we joke and call her Disney. Like I think that she would be doing all the dances. She'd probably be prepared before we even ask her. I feel like this would be her forte.
You know that call is going to be made right out. I bet they've already asked. Girls, will you be touring? Are you going to do any shows for everybody in celebration? What is there a future album coming? What's going? Tell us all.
It's been really hard to make like concrete plans after COVID. So much live music obviously got cancelled, and that stuff has been rescheduled. Then you have to reschedule whatever you want to do around, after that. So in terms of new music and touring, we can't give anything. There's nothing concrete at the moment, but we are working on stuff all the time, and definitely new music. We love making music together, and that's something we're going to continue to do. And hopefully it won't be too long now that we can be in the studio together again.
Oh, that is great news. Richie, you're a happy boy now, aren't you?
I'm over the moon. I'll be there front row, don't worry.
Oh, you know you will. We're doing all the routines. Sugababes One Touch, the 20th anniversary album reissue, is out now and available on limited edition tricolour vinyl and coloured vinyl, all formats. Girls, give a love to Keisha. Real treat to talk to you. And congratulations, 20 years. Amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Mathieu and Siobhan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, girls. Lovely to speak to you.
It's lovely to talk to you, Zoe.
Oh, and you. Gosh, we go way back, gang. Richie, you all right there? Do you need to compose yourself?
Can someone come and dart me,
I
please?
thought you were very, very composed, actually.
Oh, well, but when I've done the travel, I'll go into another room and just scream. See? On the roads, we'll start in Northern Ireland.